The advanced decline donut will just come up on your screen. It's not that bad. The market may be putting some time off right now. No big moves coming in on the either side. But volume data shows that activity is there in the broader market. Look at the advanced decline. It's also even-steven. But right now, the focus is on fundraising. A slew of fundraising. In fact, the QIP activity has come back to the fore with the benchmarks coming back. So I have with me today one of the prominent investment bankers, Kotak Investment Bank's Mr. Jayasankar. Jayasankar is on the phone line. He was also part of very big fundraising which just happened. I'm talking about the Bajaj Finance QIP, almost 8,500 crore QIP, not a small one by any feat. Got 45,000 crore odd response, and the debate is, of course, heated right now whether quality is commanding, the premium is justified or not. Jayasankar, thank you so much for your time. Good afternoon. First of all, tell us about your experience about this particular QIP. Big response. What were the conversations around when you were marketing this to some of the top funds which have participated in it?
Yeah, sure. So the response, as you said, was very massive. We saw about 5 times. And as you know, Bajaj Finance commands a significant premium as far as the valuation multiples are concerned with respect to all lenders, be it the banks or the NBFC segment. And therefore, the focus of investors was around the strength of the retail platform. I think what gave a lot of comfort to investors was the consistent, strong growth that Bajaj Finance was delivering year after year for the last several years as compared to any other bank or NBFC. What was again giving investors a lot of comfort was that there was heavy amount of data-driven analytics that was used to really keep a significant edge with respect to competition. So therefore, investors saw a very high asset quality, a very consistent, strong growth rate, and a data-driven retail platform. And these are the factors I would say really drew the valuation, also kind of contributed to the massive subscription. And what was happening was that even at these commanding valuation multiples, we could get several new investors into the issue. So it was a good mix of existing and new investors, a very good mix of sovereign funds, pension funds, long-only FIIs, domestic mutual funds, and so on. So it was a very, very heartening experience for all of us. And as you know, this is the largest NBFC QIP that we have seen in the market.
Right. Jayasankar, how are your conversations happening with your clients right now? Do you see more paper coming into the market? Could that be a risk for broader market overall? And how's the appetite among some of the funds you speak with right now as far as this kind of QIP paper is concerned?
Yeah, sure. So, as you know, the current year has seen one of the highest level of QIP mobilization at around 30,000 crore. That makes it the second largest fundraise over the last 5 years. So that's very heartening to see that level of interest in QIPs. We are, of course, engaged in a number of conversations. But having said that, I must confess that the interest is concentrated. This kind of strong response, I would say, is not a function of the flows. It's more that strong issuers are able to generate incremental flows. So that is the way I would put it. Along with QIP of about 30,000 crores, if you look at the IPO market has contributed only 50% of the QIP market, roughly 15,000 crore. Here again, there have been just about 8 or 9 issuances. Typically, you would see 30, 40 issuances. The current year has only seen 9 issuances. But if you look at the quality of issuances, all these 8 or 9 have been very, very strong issuances. And I would say from a return perspective, fiscal 19 has given great returns both in the IPO market as well as in the QIP market. So what this indicates is that investors are very discerning. Only quality companies are able to raise money, and there is enough money for such quality companies.
Right, Jayasankar, we'll let you go on that one. Thanks so much for joining us, and probably we'll have you on our channel one of these days on air for a larger discussion. Thanks very much for your time.